Shingeki no Bahamut Virgin Soul has arrived, and I have to say, this was a great first episode. It literally starts off the episode in the most explosive way they could have done. I mean, the action just immediately kicked off, and I was thinking, okay, are they really just gonna go pure action? But luckily they didn't, because they get your blood just kind of pumping in your body, just full of adrenaline with the action sequences that look beautiful. But we get introduced to the new female protagonist of this season, Nina, and she is, honestly, perfect. She has this really unique personality that kind of gave me a bit of Luffy vibes from One Piece with her just insane appetite and just her overall carefreeness. But she also has this insane strength, like she's literally picking up these giant planks of wood. She just seems like a monster, and once the episode fully ends, you can see exactly where she gets that insane appetite and also insane strength from, because she literally is a goddamn dragon. And this is rather interesting, because this episode, it really shows you what this world's been up to after the fall of the last dragon in the previous series, as this does take place 10 years after the original series. And we get to see plenty of familiar faces from the original series, but we also get to see a lot of discrimination against anyone who isn't human, any sort of beast, as they're literally put into almost like slave pits to fight to the death. And just, it's pretty brutal to see, as you know, just because some of these may have cruel, evil intentions, not all of these beasts are going to actually be any different from a human, but based under this king's rule, they are literally just treating them like slaves and animals. And seeing that the main character is a dragon, which is going to be feared by everyone, you can kind of get a sense of what the season is going to be, as she's probably going to have to work with this assassin, or not this assassin, but this other demon who's been freeing other slaves and things like that, and they're probably going to work together to try to, stop this slavery, stop this kind of corruption within the kingdom. And I assume by the end, this girl isn't going to be feared by all. I think that's going to be the overall direction. If I'm not mistaken, this is going to be a 24 episode series. At least that's currently what I saw listed for this, unless they turn into a split core or something like that. But I thought they really got the message across of what this season is going to be, and I thought they just laid out the overall groundwork, at least for the first core, rather well, as our main character just has this great carefree persona. She seems like a really likable and lovable main character, but she does have this insane strength to her. I mean, there's literally this moment in the episode where she's falling through the sky and she gets saved by one of these winged demons, and he's not even able to keep up his strength because it seems like she's so heavy. So when she falls into the building and she literally turns into a dragon, you can see why she has this appetite, why she has this strength, and just why she's so heavy. But I just thought it was kind of interesting because the title is Virgin Soul, and throughout the episode, multiple times, she gets very flustered by multiple male characters. And I was like, okay, she must literally be a virgin, and if she gets hot and bothered by people, it seems that might be a trigger to her becoming a dragon. It might be like her dragon form is locked away, possibly by sexual desires. They might go that route. But overall, I thought the overall execution was so damn good, and they actually blended CGI rather well. As I remember when I first saw the preview for this season, I was a little turned off because I didn't like how they were doing the CGI, so it looked like they must have touched up some things, because the overall blending between 2D and 3D was really damn well. OST as well, we had Recreators today, but also Shingeki no Bahamut Virgin Soul, its OST is really good. This was a phenomenal first episode for the season. I mean, this really is intense. I think they have a lot of room to just grow the world and progress just what they're doing. I think the introduction to all this slavery that's happening, the fact that our main character is someone who would be killed for just being who she is, I think it leads to a lot of really interesting story arcs down the line, and I think it's going to be just a tremendous season, especially if it actually is a 2-core, because this is going to be a killer season, I can say. I mean, the visual presentation, it was on point. Everything about this episode, on point, and I think it's just going to be interesting to see if this king is going to be the antagonist of the season, because the way this episode was presented, it made it look like the king is the cause of everything. Sure, the king may have saved them, but the king's also putting all these people into slavery, so I'm questioning if he's going to be just maybe the antagonist for the first little bit here, if there's going to be another threat that rises up, and that's going to put a good light on Nina as a character because her dragon form will save them. They could do a lot with it. I think they just got a lot of room to do some really cool story arcs, and also with all the familiar faces but new faces, I think we're in for a tremendous season here. I can't wait to see where episode 2 goes, but I'd be interested here. What did everyone think of the return of Shingeki no Bahamut Virgin Soul here? Season 2, I thought it was great, but let me know your thoughts down in the comment section below, and before you leave, hit that like button to show your support. If you're new to the channel, be sure to subscribe. So until next time, everyone, please take care and have a good one.